Now, House Foreign Affairs Committee Vice Chair Darrell Issa joins me. Congressman, Iran seized these 2 oil tankers ahead of these talks. Now, we've got this headline in the New York Times: Iran is at work on missile and nuclear sites. This is very provocative action from the Iranians. What are they up to? Because they're making these provocations just as the talks begin.
This kind of positioning is not uncommon. The problem is that they don't realize that this could be the early 1980s all over again. It was when Iran was taking oil tankers in the Strait that Reagan sunk their Navy. This is something that they are genuinely not thinking far enough back to understand that President Trump, like Ronald Reagan, will negotiate in good faith. He also will react and react strongly. He's done it before, and they do this at their own peril.
I keep asking, is our president running out of patience?
Well, the president has tactics more than patience. And so I truly believe that as someone who didn't just write the art of the deal but lived it, he understands that he has a plan. The plan has steps. And if they meet the steps, he goes one way. If they don't, he goes the other. And so I think it's much more a step-by-step plan. But they are falling into a pattern that got the tremendous damage once, but not the limit of what we could do by a long shot.
And next one, Congressman, the Supreme Court has allowed California to use redrawn congressional maps. They favor the Democrats for this year's elections. This affects your district, right, Congressman?
It does, and what we're doing is we're putting together, 5 districts, making sure we have the strongest candidates. As you know, Congressman Doug LaMaffa, who was one of those 5 targeted, passed away suddenly from a heart failure, and we found an extremely strong state legislator who's running as we speak. We expect him to win in the special election and then be a great candidate to go on and hold that. The governor has made, he's bet a lot on it, but I will tell you something. We have a poll, and it was kind of amazing, in my own district, designed to put me at a disadvantage. He's lower in the rating of this Democrat district than I am. And that says a lot about how badly he's managed the state, how even among Democrats and leaning Democrat independents, they don't like him a lot more than they don't like the 9 of us who currently represent California on a bipartisan basis often to get things done for California, including the Pacific Palisades and these other failures of the governor and of Mayor Bass. It's been Republicans who have gotten the president and the EPA and the Corps of Engineers out there. So we're pretty confident that the voters have a different view of us than they do the governor who redrew those lines.
Got it. Darrell Issa, thanks for joining us, sir. See you again real soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Stuart.